What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be taking on the Tale of the Super Warriors Dragon Ball Edition. Now, this is a story event. There are a few of them here, but this is the story event for Dragon Ball Saga. And we are going to get the Demon King Piccolo, which we have obviously known that is going to be an LR. He's going to be dropping, in part 2 and stuff like that. So we're going to just go ahead and run through this event here. Let's see. This is an event where it allows you to relive the story of Dragon Ball. Make sure to turn the scenario on before you attempt this event. Stages will be added sequentially during the 10th anniversary, plus the new SSR Demon King Piccolo. Okay, so he's AGL. He can be recruited from one of the stages that'll be added in part 2. So Dragon Ball Seekers is the category that we can use here for the boost. And then we get some stones, obviously. So another thing that I do want to say is, as you guys can see, there's 1 day left here. I did kind of cut it really close, but there are these panel missions that are associated with all of these events. So I have to definitely get through all of them. And then also on top of that, there is these missions for the collecting the tickets. So, we got to beat Dragon Ball Edition on any difficulty. We got to beat stage 3 one time. Yeah, so it's just basically just beating up the stages. So we're going to make sure that we get this done. I want to complete all of my missions and everything before part 1 actually ends. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We need a Dragon Ball Seekers. Was that what it was? Dragon Ball Seekers and LRs. Yeah. So let's make it a little fun. We'll run an actual Dragon Ball team. So let's run you as our leader. We'll bring you. We can bring you. We can bring you guys. We can bring you, and we'll bring you. Actually, instead of bringing you, we'll bring Demon King Piccolo. This is, pretty decent Dragon Ball Seekers kind of team. So we'll just hop in. We'll just run it. There really isn't much else in these stages right now, which is actually surprisingly weird, considering usually we get the unit in part 1. We can awaken them to an LR in part 2, and then in part 3 is when they get their EZA. So it's a little odd how they're doing it this time, because we're not getting the unit until part 2. So a little bit of an oddball choice for them, I guess, but I guess whatever. It's just free stones for us, so it's what, 5 stages, 2 stones per stage, 10 extra stones. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at that. It's almost what, 40 stones, 50 stones just from completing these stages. So perfect. There's some missions completed there. Yeah, so we just gotta beat these. I'm just looking to see if there's anything worth farming. There's really not anything worth farming. I guess you can farm that bull item if you really, really want to. Actually, let's turn the scenario on. I didn't get a chance. I didn't see what was in the first part. Okay. So this is when they met Yamcha, huh? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have seen all of Dragon Ball. I've seen all of Dragon Ball Z, GT, and Super, obviously. The one, for some reason, that I cannot for the life of me remember much is GT. And I think it was just because of how it was how boring GT was. I don't know. I think the issue that I have with GT was I feel like they just didn't do a good job of giving anybody else time to shine or anything like that. It literally was wait for Goku. That was it. Goku shows up, he gets everything done. Whereas in like the other, you know, like in the other parts, there's other people that actually could show up. Obviously, you know, we're not gonna, in Dragon Ball Z, it was essentially the same way. You know, Raditz and, you know, Raditz shows up, Goku goes to save the day. Vegeta and Nappa show up, Goku shows up. Frieza shows up, Goku shows up. I mean, Goku's usually always there. But in GT, I feel like they didn't give all of the other characters like a good enough personality. And it literally was just wait till Goku shows up. Otherwise, it's everything else is useless. Yep, and then that's where Oolong wishes for the panties, so that way Pilaf can't rule the world, and then Goku actually turns into Great Ape, which obviously at like this point nobody had actually seen before. So this is like this is the first time that Goku transforms that everybody's like conscious of. Which we're still waiting on an actual good character of this Goku, like Kid Goku that goes into Giant Ape. I mean, I'm sure we'll get it eventually. Probably could get it as a Dokkan Fest. But the thing is like they really do need to drop more GT, or not GT, more Dragon Ball itself. I really wish that they would have done a little bit more for this anniversary with Dragon Ball itself. Like, I mean, at the time of me recording this, we have already seen what the part 2 units are going to be. And honestly, like, I feel like they could have replaced that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta for a GT, or I don't know why I keep saying GT, or a Dragon Ball Kid Goku. I feel like him, like his fight against Demon King Piccolo, like that, I feel like is worthy of an LR. And honestly, I'm sure a lot of like Japanese players probably would have agreed as well. Because even still, I think to this day, after the 4th anniversary, when we got the Super Saiyan 4s, right afterwards was the Int Kid Goku Dokkan Fest that dropped, and he was like the fastest top grossing unit ever. And I remember Japanese players were actually saying how they wished that Kid Goku was the anniversary unit instead of the Super Saiyan 4s, which is like wild to actually say. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the 10th anniversary definitely could have been the place where they could have actually like dropped this Goku, and he would have brought really good money. So, all right, and then this was basically like towards the last part of the Dragon Ball saga, which is Battle at the Muscle Tower. And this is where Goku meets Android 8. And they go through that entire adventure. Which is still crazy that they gave that like Android 8 and Goku like their whole, like a whole movie. I think that was like the Path to Power movie. Yeah, it was the Path to Power movie, because that's what we did get the physical Dokkan Fest Kid Goku from there, with Ader being the side banner unit. Yeah, I mean, there we go. There is the completion for the Dragon Ball edition of the Super Warriors. Again, we don't have the Demon King Piccolo yet. We're going to get him in part 2. So that's when we're going to be able to get him farmed up. Let's go over here and let's collect the panel mission for it. So we did get the Goku. We get some of the coins, some awakening medals here. And let's go over here to the missions and complete. So we got 2 missions here, and then we got the 1 mission here. So we'll just go ahead and accept these. So 6 tickets, 1 stone, 1 dozing Kai. So there you guys go. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know down in the comments below, would you guys have preferred a Dragon Ball LR instead of like one of the part 1 units or one of the part 2 units? Or are you guys happy with the choices that we had ended up getting for both part 1 and part 2? But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Brother Russia, the whale of whales, rainbow everything, buying all the sales. In Dokkan battle, I reign supreme. 10K stones, it's not a dream.